Hey there, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the new video. Now in this video we are going to listen a new story, The Carpenter Who Walked into the Storm. There are moments in life when the world feels too loud, too heavy, too stormy. But long before our modern chaos and the storm once rose over the Sea of Galilee, and in the middle of it stood a man who didn't run, didn't hide, he walked straight into the wine. This is the story of the carpenter who walked into the storm and changed the people who watched him forever. Near the shores of Galilee, the day had started quietly. Fishermen repaired their nets, children played near the docks, and the soft breeze carried the smell of fresh bread from the nearby market. But by evening, clouds had stacked high over the mountains, thunder rolled like distant drums. Jesus had just finished teaching a crowd stories about mustard seeds, hidden treasures, and faith that could move mountains. People listened like they were hearing hope for every first time. As the sky darkened, Jesus turned to his disciples and said calmly, "Let's cross to the other side." They didn't question him, they never did. Not because they understood everything he said, but because there was something in his voice, a quietly authority, gentle yet stronger than any storm. The storm rises. The storm rises. They pushed the boat off the shore. Wave began to slap against the wood. The wind picked up, cold and sharp. Within minutes, the calm lake turned wild. Water splashed over the sides. The sail twisted. The sky turned black. Experienced fishermen like Peter, Andrew, and James, men who would have survived storm before, felt fear crawl up their spine. The small boat jumped and shook like it was alive. And where was Jesus? Where was Jesus? He was asleep, head on a cushion, breathing peacefully, as if the storm was just another lullaby. The disciples panicked. "Wake him!" Peter shouted. "Lord, we are going to die." They had seen him heal the sick, restore sight, lift the broken, but could he stop this? A storm began enough to swallow every fisherman on the lake. Lightning ripped through the sky as they shook him awake. Water poured into the boat. "Teacher, don't you care that we are drowning?" Fear, frustration, desperation. Every emotion hit at once. Jesus rises. Jesus opened his eyes slowly, stood up in the shaking boat, looked at the storm like it was nothing more than a loud child misbehaving. He didn't shout, he didn't scream. He simply lifted his hand and said, "Peace, be still." And just like that, the wind stopped, the waves sank, the clouds melted into the silence, the entire world became calm. Instantly, I didn't feel natural. I felt like creation itself recognized the voice that had shaped it. The disciples stared at him. The disciples stared at him, completely stunned. Jesus turned to them, the storm now gone, and asked, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" After the storm, as they continued across the quiet water, no one spoke, not because they had nothing to say, but because they finally understood something. This man wasn't just a teacher, not just a healer, not just a healer, not just a wise storyteller of Nazareth. He had authority over everything: the earth, the wind, the waves, the storm inside the sky, and the storms inside the human heart. Peter whispered to the others, "What kind of a man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" No one of them had an answer, but they all felt the same thing: hope. If he had calmed that storm, maybe he could calm the storms inside them too. So, moral of the story is, Life gives every person storms, the kind that shake your confidence, flood your thoughts with fear, and make you believe you are going under. But this story reminds us faith doesn't mean storm won't come. It means you are wise, you are facing them alone. You are facing them alone. Just like the ripples, you may feel the boat rocking, you may feel the waves rising, you may feel like you are losing control. But the one who commanded the sea still whisper the same words today. Peace, be still. And sometimes the real miracles is not that the storm stops, but that your heart becomes calm even while it continues.